The USPS is one of the most iconic weapons inside a Counter-Strike Global offensive. Today, I'm going to break down the benefits of using the USPS, the downsides of it, tips and tricks you can do while using this gun, and kind of give you a little bit of insight on how you should be using it in order to give yourself the best chance possible to succeeding with the USPS and to turn you into a USPS beast. But before we get into the video, guys, it would mean so much to me if you subscribe to my channel. We're about to hit 6,000 subs on YouTube, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And go ahead and take a moment to leave a comment and like this video. It'll go a long way, and I appreciate it so much. But yeah, let's get right into the video and talk about the USPS. Now, when we talk about the USPS, we need to understand that there is actually two options on CT side to what pistol we can have. The USPS is going to be your default standard pistol. You're going to have it every single round no matter what. You're always going to spawn in with it, right? So you can either equip the USP-S, which obviously it looks like this. This was my nice skin that was donated to me from one of my viewers on Twitch, and in my community, so join my Discord if you guys haven't already. But you either get the USPS or you can equip the P2K. Now let's quickly go over the difference between the USPS and the P2K. Like I said, both of them are going to be your starter pistol. You can buy it, but there's no reason to ever buy a starter pistol. No reason ever. And essentially it's going to be your weakest pistol, right? It is your weakest gun, but because you don't have to pay for it, it's, you know, very nice to have. So the USPS is going to have 12 bullets and 24 total in reserve, which is you know, it's not the best because you can't really spam that much, but the huge benefit to having the USPS is the silencer on it. So we have this nice silencer on the gun that actually makes it very quiet to shoot, right? So what this is going to do is if you ever find yourself in really sneaky positions or you're flanking around the enemy and they have no idea, you know, say you're hiding, you let them pass, you can shoot them in the back of the head and they will not be able to hear where they're getting shot from. It's going to create so much chaos, and it's really hard to communicate what's going on in the moment when a USPS is shooting you from long distance, right? You have no idea. You're just like, you know, what's going on? Like, where am I getting shot from? So that is the biggest benefit to using the USPS over the P2K is the P2K, it's not going to have that silencer on it, right? So the P2K is, you know, the other choice you have, and it's essentially the USPS without that silencer, right? And it's made up because you get one extra bullet and you have a ton of ammo to spam, right, in your reserves. You can just shoot. So with the P2K, you can just sit here and spam and spam and spam. With the USPS, you got to be tactical, right? You got to make sure you're not wasting your ammo, make sure you're not, you know, mindlessly spamming, right? So that's the biggest difference between the two guns. And I'd say 85% of players, I'd say that's a good number, 85% of players prefer to use the USPS. I think if you're new to the game, just use the USPS and you're going to find a lot more success with it. So let's talk about a downside though to the USPS over that, other than ammo, is because of your silencer. It's very minute detail, but because of your silencer, it's going to stick out more, right? So, you know, we can't play as many positions as you might be able to with the P2K because the barrel of your gun is going to stick out and give away your position. So just keep that in mind when you're using the USPS, is that is a thing. And if you ever need to negate that and make sure you know that doesn't happen, go ahead and right click on your mouse, hit that right click button, and you can take the silencer off, and now you have like a pistol that will make noise. So that's the downside, it'll make noise, but your barrel's not gonna be sticking out everywhere. So that's pretty much the difference between the two guns. The greatest thing about the USPS is honestly on pistol round. On pistol round, it is absolutely an insane weapon, right? Obviously the other team doesn't have head armor, and with the USPS, you can pretty much one-shot the opponent from most distances. I say most because the bad thing about the USPS is there's actually is a damage fall off, and if you shoot someone in the head from too far away, it's not going to one-shot them. It's gonna gush them, which is, you know, it's like a dink, right? Where it doesn't kill them, but you still hit them, so you gush them, right? So, you know, most distances though, you're perfectly fine. Like I think even like something like this, you might still be able to kill them from back here. But, you know, as you get farther and farther on the map, like that's when you're gonna gush them, right? Like if someone's back here, you're gonna hit them for like 95. But on pistol round, the USPS is just beautiful, absolutely great gun to use. You know, you don't really need to buy anything else, right? It's so good and so effective in that aspect. Well, when we move on to gun rounds, though, that's obviously where, you know, the gun's gonna kind of suck because it's your starter pistol. It shouldn't be too overpowered, right? It shouldn't be too good. And the USP-S, as good as it is on pistol round, as soon as they get that Kevlar in the helmet, it turns into a really awful gun. It turns into a really bad gun that you don't wish to have, right? But if you have 5 USPs peppering someone down, it can quickly, you know, turn into a gun that's very solid and very sick. So yeah, like I said, there's no reason to ever buy it though. If you're ever on a pistol round, you know, the USPS is or on an eco, like whatever, there's no reason to buy it. You should just upgrade, right? So if we have the USPS, we should try to probably get a 5.7 or one of the other upgraded pistols. Or guys, if you're on the CT side, get a Deagle and watch my Deagle guide and understand how to use the Deagle. But you know, it's a starter pistol for a reason. And you know, because of its element of surprise, one way you can use it to your advantage is doing boosts. So if you're on a saved round or something, doing boosts can be so effective. So say like we're on sandbag here, boost 2 teammates up, 1 teammate crouches, and the other guy gets boosted up here, and get yourself into positions where that USP, the silence, can absolutely surprise the other team, right? So boost up on that sandbag, and this guy walking down here, because your silence gun, he's not going to know where he's getting shot from, and that USP turns into such a lethal thing because of the element of surprise to it. So don't ever underestimate the power of this gun, because if you find yourself in spots where the other team just doesn't expect you, it's so free. Like, right, literally, it's so free because you can just spam, boom, 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 they're dead. It's like, where am I getting shot from? So always do your best to use this element of surprise to get the leap on the opponent, right? And I call this thing the laser beam, guys, because of the silencer and stuff. It's almost like the pistol version of the M4A1S. You really can spam this, right? Now don't spam it too fast because you see it, you know, there's a spread on it, but you can just sit around here and take shots, and you're very mobile with it, right? So when you're using the USP, really practice on your peaks. And you know, when I'm going to the right side, I'm holding my D key, right? I'm holding my D key, and then as soon as I want to stop my momentum and shoot, I tap my A key and I hold it, right? So tap, 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 tap. You see how I do that, guys? So you can sit here and do that. Play positions where you can go back and forth, because that's where the USP really shines, is when you can jiggle back and forth and do these things, guys. So when you're using this gun too, maybe I'll do a guide on how to use pistols in general, but always be moving around, because it's going to make yourself so much, you know, harder to kill, right? Not always moving around. There's times where you do need to crouch and hold a really nerdy angle, but when you're actively in a fight with somebody and you're on pistol run, never stop moving, right? Time your shots so that it's, you know, it's when you're about to change direction, because you'll be more accurate, but never stop moving, right? Like throwing some crouches, you know, jiggle around. It makes it such a nightmare to try to frag you. So that's about all the tips I have for using the USP, guys. It's a, like I said, a starter pistol. You know, you're really gonna find most of your impact on it on pistol rounds, and other than that, you should probably upgrade it and get something else. But it's still such a devastating gun to use, and if it's in the right hands, it can absolutely change around just like that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. Hopefully by tomorrow we're gonna have 6,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna be celebrating. So appreciate every single one of you, all of you that have been with me throughout this journey. It means so much to me. You're all amazing. Have a great day. I'll catch you later. Peace out.